We close tonight's broadcast with something new, a radio play made by students at a local high school. The story, a murder, a classic whodunit with a twist. Can you stay along for the ride? Can you predict the killer? We start our story in the deep Alaskan bush, in the wilderness, where electricity is non-existent, but danger is ever present.
John, I'm cold. Why do we have to take this stupid trip?
Just hush, Katie. My mother gave us this trip and we are going to enjoy it. Mr. Bush, how much farther to camp? Oh, not far. The cabin should be close.
John, what is this? I can't find the plug-in to charge my phone.
There's no electricity out here, Mom. It's meant to be relaxing, take you away from civilization, make you dependent on nature.
Well, that's stupid.
We have blankets and food down in the cellar. The door is underneath the rug there, John. You want to go grab some of the rations? Sure. Holy cow, it smells like rotted meat down here. Are you sure those cans are sealed? Oh God. Bush, get down here. Jesus, this is a mess. Who is or was this man? All torn up. Who would do something like this? I'm going to have to call the DNR.
And so, with the mangled body in the cellar, Mr. Bush calls the DNR. Unfortunately, for the family, Mr. Bush explains that there's no cabin for miles, and that it would be just one night. After what felt like forever, they hear the DNR's four-wheeler approaching.
Oh, thank God, officer. I'm so glad you're here.
I got here as soon as I could. Now there's a storm on the way, so I suggest all of us go inside. So the DNR, along with everybody else, went inside and analyzed the body. They stayed the night and waited out the storm till the next morning.
So you're leaving now?
Yeah, I'm leaving. Someone's got to know who this dead person is. I suggest everybody else leave too, because I'm sure there's another storm on the way. What? Someone cut the fuel line on my four-wheeler.
Who would do that?
I don't know, but I think our dead friend over there may have had a run-in with whoever did this.
But why?
That's something we'd all like to find out. But for now, it's best that we wait out for the storm, and I suggest we all find some firewood and start up a fire before it gets too cold.
I can go out for wood. You folks stay here.
And so Mr. Bush and the DNR officer head out into the cold. Hours pass, and everybody is wondering where Mr. Bush and the DNR officer have gone. And suddenly, a loud thud is heard at the door.
I'll see what it is. Holy crap, officer, are you alright? What happened to Mr. Bush?
Here, take him. He was attacked by an animal of some sort. I couldn't see what it looked like.
Officer, I'm a nurse. Lay him down. He's lost a lot of blood.
Katie and John worked vigorously to save Mr. Bush's life, but failed.
John, check his pulse.
He's gone, Katie. There's no hope. Stop.
I couldn't save him.
You did what you could.
Time passed slowly now for the three. They sat and waited for the cold. It seemed like hours, but the fire runs out, and they run short on firewood.
We have to gather wood.
But what about that thing that attacked Mr. Bush?
I'm going to have to agree with John. Firewood is needed, but that animal was big, and my gun is back on my four-wheeler. What I need to do is get all three of us out and gather wood. We gotta stay close together, and we will get enough wood in no time.
I don't like the idea of bringing my wife outside.
Would you rather me stay here and slowly freeze to death? I'm going with you.
And so they bundled up and opened the door. A huge gust of cold wind hit them as they moved outside, now in the middle of the forest.
I can't see a thing. It's so dark and cold.
We should have just about enough, right, officer? Wait, where'd he go?
He was here just a second ago.
Katie, we have to get back to the cabin, now.
But what about the officer?
It's too late to say.
What was that, John? John? Oh my gosh! You have been shot, John! Your head! Ah!
Your husband is dead, Katie. I never miss my mark.
You never miss... What are you talking about, officer?
It's so lovely when I see the shock on my victim's face when you realize the truth.
The truth? You killed Mr. Bush, didn't you?
And the man you found in the cellar was also my doing as well. Katie, I have been talking enough. It's starting to get cold.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes tonight's broadcast. Thank you for listening.